Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with Spellbinders, and a new collection has arrived. So let's have fun creating with elements from Yana's Blooming Birthday. So this is a beautiful collection, and as always, the link will be down below so that you can check it out. For today's project, I will be working with the Yana Special Sentiments. I just love her font. And the birthday candle background. It also does come with the background Glimmer plate. It comes with 2 dies, which I thought was really interesting. So I'm going to do all of my glimmering first. Both of these are glimmering glimmer plates, so they will add to your stash. I dug into my stash and I pulled out my black foil. And I'm also going to be using the speckled prism. It looks like a gold, and there's, of course, a design that goes through that of speckles. So I'm actually going to try to foil onto mirror cardstock. So I know I had recently seen Yana's video actually using this background, and it kind of, I got inspired from that. Where she used acetate. Knowing my luck, I burned the whole house down with that. So I went with the mirror cardstock. And I'm only doing a section of it, and I'm putting the black foil on top of the gold mirror. I then grabbed the sentiment, Make a Wish. And I'm going to be using the same gold. I am using the washi tape technique so that the plate stays still on the cardstock. So you can see I got a great impression on the mirror cardstock, and it didn't do anything to that cardstock. I didn't know if it was going to crease it, if it was going to mark it some other way. I wasn't quite sure. Figured I'd give it a shot. Going to die cut these candles out. And I'll do that off camera just to save some time. But I do want to die cut all of those. So now for my panel, I am going to be making a Slimline card. So this panel here is cut to be, and I'm looking at that now, so 3 1/4 by 8 1/4. And I'm going to be using that same speckled prism foil, and I'm going to do the strip. I want this whole center strip going up the entire area of the Slimline. So I start in the middle, or what I think is the middle. Again, just eyeballing here. I created a hinge when it comes to the washi tape, and then I'll be able to put the piece of foil underneath that, and then I will go through the process, heating it, running it through my die cutting machine. The die cutting machine I am using is the Spellbinders Platinum 6. And now I'm going to do the top. This fits perfectly when it comes to creating this continuous background. The way that the candles are laid out compared to how it is on the plate as well for the top and the bottom. So this was great to work with. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. And put a piece of foil there, and then also foil that as well. Now, one of the candles that were glimmered when I put the main plate on the upper, when you're looking at it, left-hand corner, it didn't foil so well. I didn't have a solid impression, and that's okay, because we can fix that. So I'm going to come in with my oxides, and I'm going to come in first with broken china. That's going to be my frame. I'm actually putting this just around the outside so that it's got maybe like a frosted siding to this. It's not damaging my foiling at all, the ones that I'm going over, especially the top and the bottom. I'm not getting any change with that. And then I'm going to come in with some other oxides, and I'm going to do some splatters. And then there's our sentiment. Now you can see the sentiment. I've got some ghosting. I use a white eraser to remove the ghosting around the image. And I do not have a problem with that. It works every time for me. Next, I'm going to come in with tumbled glass, and we're going to create splatters. So the splatters for me are like confetti, or at least that's what I'm envisioning. So, you know, we have all of this wonderful technology. You know, the strangest things inspire me. Now, of course, Yana's video was not strange. But, you know, when you have your phones, you know, when you send the word congratulations to somebody, it like does this explosion of confetti. Same thing on YouTube, you know, with your videos, depending upon how it's being viewed and everything else. You know, when you open it, it gives you this wonderful confetti explosion. It's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah. So the next colors I'm going to use are worn lipstick, bundled sage, pumice stone, and also a little bit of the black soot. So when it comes to those, again, I'm creating that confetti throughout the card. And it actually will look like, even though I'm doing this last, it will look like it's sitting behind the candles. Now, you can do this first and then do your glimmering, your foiling, glimmering. That's funny. So you can do this at any time. You can either do all of your blending and your splattering first, then do your foiling, or the way that I'm doing it, and it still looks the same. So now I've pulled in the die cuts from the gold foil, and first I'm going to set my sentiment in place. It's allergy season time. Yay! I'm going to prop that up using some double-sided foam squares, and then I'm going to adhere the candles at certain points, wherever I want to, you know, you could mesh those all throughout. I chose to stay on one side, to the left side of the card, but I think just adding these adds a little bit, just kind of accents the card just a little bit. I will have a gold mat behind this image, a gold mirror, and then I'm actually then going to have a black mat behind this. So those candles, those gold and black candles, are going to accent the mats, pull those out, and also accent the foiling that's on the card as well. So it kind of is doing this double duty. Now I have a little bit of overhang from the top and the bottom candle, and I'm just going to trim that. So it's actually going to go over all of the layers, which I like to do. I'm going to set this down onto my 3.5 by 8.5 card base, and this is going to be a side folding with the way that I designed the card. And I hope you enjoyed today's project. And again, today we are featuring by Spellbinders, Yana's Blooming Birthday. These are the Glimmer sets that are in there, and as always, everything that I used will be linked down below into the video description. So have fun with this. You know, you can do just certain sections. You can have fun just die cutting the candles. This is a really, really versatile set, and the sentiments are great and very, very universal for any card that you may want to make. So I hope you're enjoying your day. Smile, giggle, laugh, but always have fun and enjoy this creative process. But remember, have fun with it. Your art is unique, and you do create art. So remember, what's most important for me, though, always be creative, just a little bit every day. Take care, everyone. Until next time.